Lesson in Roleplay, FM. Funny. I had a migraine, and my wife had a solution. So last night my wife is a trainee. And she starts a roleplay scenario. Now I'm really into the idea of roleplay, but I'm terrible at it on the spot. Not because I'm a bad actor, but because I'm still working on getting comfortable with my intimate desires. She knows this and helps me navigate being my corny commentary and trying not to ruin the mood lol. I know folks she's a keeper. So I completely failed the first attempt because I relied on my awkward dad joke humor too much. She's like, no, we are doing this again. So the scenario is I'm an electrician. And she tells me she can't afford the price of the work I've done. So we worked out a payment plan. The payment is to be made in installments of a wet BLWJB and her pretty pink wimp gripping my BBC. She agrees and slides down kissing every part of my body until she arrives at my rock-hard PP. She kisses the tip of the head. Then proceeds to look at me with those big beautiful eyes of hers and deep throat me like she's starving. I'm not able to sit still as she makes my shaft disappear in her throat over and over. She then says, "You ready to get your second payment?" She turns over, and spreads herself open. I slap wimp with my PP still and you can hear it talk back from it being wet. As I slide in she's tight yet warm and wet. She takes in a deep breath as it goes in. And I push all the remaining inches and say I'm going to go slow. She whispers, "F me." I go 1 stroke, 2 strokes, and every stroke feels as good as the last. Her nails dig into my back. She moans on every stroke and gets more and more wet. You can hear the splash on every pound against her walls. She says, "Oh poop. F. It feels so good." She's screaming out at this point. And she says, "Right there. That spot. Don't you stop. This little wimp needs it right there. Poop, I'm gonna see M. I'm gonna see M. F." I tell her, "Go ahead and see M." And that's when it happens. She seems is shaking. And letting out a scream in my ears. I'm turned on by giving pleasure. It's what I've learned about myself. Her seeming like that, quivering on my PP, made me want to pro bone her wimp and beautiful round from behind. I flip her over flat on her stomach, and slide deep inside. She then says, "Come on and see M inside this tight wimp." I grab her soft skin by her tiny waist, and drive my last remaining pumps of holding on for dear life into her wetness. I give her everything. When I finally pull out, it's so much it's spilling out from her wimp to her thighs. She asked me for a towel. And says, "That slow intimacy was fun, we should do that more often." She then cuddles up with me and we watch TikTok videos. She then says, "Do you still have your headache?" I say nope, not by a long shot. The power of intimacy.